Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Community Journal. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you tuning us in, and here we are in the middle of February already.
Yes, and Valentine's was yesterday, and I hope everyone had a nice one.
I know we did.
Yes,
It
we
was really
did.
very nice. We went to a nice restaurant. We won't mention the name because we're not going to advertise, but you know, there's so many good restaurants here
Yes,
on the Cape,
yes, there
and
are.
the one we went to yesterday was no exception. And I
It was
know
nice to see them all well attended too. As we were going down the main road, there were a lot of restaurants with full parking lots, which was nice to see.
that was really nice to see. And you
Yeah.
mentioned something. It was nice to see so many couples really enjoying.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I noticed that. That's lovely.
Yeah, it was really very, very nice. So here we are after Valentine's Day. It's amazing the money that is generated for Valentine's Day, and
I think there was an average of $145 a person.
that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of flowers and
Yes.
candy.
So that's major holiday gone by. So
Yes,
here
it
we
is.
go now, going towards spring, and we have been so lucky with the weather so far.
We have.
We've gotten very little snow this winter, at least this part of the Cape, and hopefully it can be continuing that way. Actually, the weather forecast looks like there is really no significant snow in the forecast for the next week or so anyway. So
What about the Saturday night?
Saturday
and
we
Sunday
might
morning?
get a couple, maybe 3-4 inches, possibly, but who knows? I mean,
I know they said plowable snow before, and we got an inch or two.
that's right. So hopefully we'll continue with our luck.
Yes.
Our
we'll think
first spot,
positive.
yes, we'll think positive. Our first spot today, we're going to check in with the Brooks Free Library, Ann Carpenter and Jennifer Pickett. We'll take a look at, there's so much going on there, so they're going to bring us up to date right now.
Hi, I'm Ann Carpenter, the Youth Services Librarian at the Brooks Free Library, here with Jennifer Pickett, the Reference Librarian. And I'm going to be talking this morning again about the February vacation programs, because we're very excited at the library for the upcoming February vacation. Unlike April vacation when the weather's nice and everyone's outside, February vacation is a lot of rain and cold, and I'm bored, I don't have anything to do. So the library is here to help you out with that. So the very first day of February vacation is going to be Saturday, February 17th, and we have a great performer coming in at 2:30, Saturday, February 17th. He's the Motion Man. He's going to do a great program of mime, magic, illusion, and motion. So we're really looking forward to that. It is a free program that does not require any registration. We'll start handing out tickets half an hour before the show at 2 o'clock on a first-come, first-served basis. On Tuesday, we're really excited because the Youth Services Department is coordinating with the Adult Services Department with the new Adult Services Movie Matinee program on Tuesdays, and we're going to be showing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which is a great chance for some intergenerational fun, because a lot of parents and grandparents watched that when they were kids, and now you can share it with your children and grandchildren. On Wednesday, we've got an engineering challenge, and this is one of my favorite engineering challenges. It's a boat building challenge. So we're going to have big tubs of water, and we'll give the kids a whole bunch of different, sometimes strange materials to build with, and give them the challenge, can they take all these weird, disparate items and build something that will float at least 20 pennies? And we'll have a number of different challenge levels with that too, so that way everyone from the youngest kindergartner all the way up through middle school or even high school will still be challenged, and yet will still be able to feel accomplished at the end as well. So it self-levels, which is a really great program. That one's also at 2:30, and that is going to be on Wednesday, February 21st. Again, it is a free program that does not require any registration. On Friday, we're going to be doing a craft. We'll be making sun catchers. Nice way to spruce up your late winter, early spring doldrums is by letting the weak rays of sun that are coming in through the window, we'll be able to brighten it up and give it a little bit of extra color. And that will be at 2:30 on Friday, February 23rd. And it is also a free and no registration craft. And then possibly my favorite thing that we're going to be doing for February vacation is our family fortnight, which is going to be on Saturday, February 24th. It is also free, but this one we are asking for registration, in part because we're going to be ordering pizza, and it's always better to know how many people are coming so you don't run out of pizza, because I don't know if you've ever been with a bunch of children and the pizza has run out, but it is not a place that you want to be. So we do ask you to register by calling 508-430-7562, extension 2, or you can email me at acarpenter@clamsnet.org to let me know that you'd like to be coming to that program. And what we're going to do is, I know everyone at some point in their lives has built a sheet fort or a pillow fort. We're going to be doing that in the library, so we'll give everybody a bunch of different clips. You can bring in your bed sheets, and then you'll have free reign of the library. Go build a fort anywhere in the library. We'll read and play board games inside our forts, and then we're going to end it off with some hide and seek in the dark with flashlights, which is always fun. And Jennifer, your children came to that last year at our first annual one.
Yes, it was a blast. I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they both love building forts. And it was very special to do it in the library, in the dark, with no patrons there, and they had an absolute blast doing it. So I highly encourage people to sign up for this one.
Excellent. And speaking of signing up for things, you have a bunch of information about how to do your taxes.
All right, so I'm the reference librarian upstairs, and I'm the point person for the tax program. And the tax program that we have is really just distribution of forms. We don't offer tax help, but we do help a lot of people obtain their forms. And we are the only place in town to get actual tax forms from. The post offices don't give them out anymore. Other libraries do, but they tend to have the same forms that we have. The only other places are the actual offices in Hyannis. There's an IRS office in Hyannis, and there's a Mass DOR office in Hyannis as well, so you can get forms there. It's a good idea to call before you come in because you never know what we have. This year we're getting the forms in very, very late, later than usual. We don't have a lot of the basic forms in yet, and so give us a call if you're looking for something specific. The IRS and the Mass DOR is looking for people to do their forms online, as they always have, to save money. So they give us less and less forms every year, and you can get them online, and a lot of people seem reluctant to do that. It's really not that hard if you use the internet at all for your email, if you do Facebook, anything like that, you're going to be able to get these forms off the internet. For the IRS, it is irs.gov, and the forms are basically right there. You can pull them up and print them. It's not that difficult. And for the mass forms, it's mass.gov/e-file. There are lots of free filing options online. I encourage people to do that as well. Each year the forms get more and more complicated. The instruction booklets get bigger. And there's a lot of free filing options where you just answer some questions and it does it for you and it files for you. So I encourage people to do that, but we know that there's a lot of people who still don't do that. So if you come in, you need help with the forms, we can help you print them if you need help with that. There are phone numbers that you can call to order forms if you want to do that. Can't get into the library. Let's see. Actually, I don't have the government one right here. The state one is 1-800-392-6089. For the federal forms, the local office is 1-844-545-5640. For actual help in doing your taxes, there's a couple of options available. Right here, the Council on Aging offers a program called the AARP Tax Aid Program. They have appointments on Mondays and Wednesdays. The actual appointments are at the community center in Chatham, but there are specific times for Harwich residents. So you want to call and get an appointment, and this is completely free. So it's a really good opportunity to get help with your taxes. The number to call at the COA is 508-430-7550. And those appointments, I think, fill up pretty quickly, so I would call as soon as possible. And, you know, we encourage people to file early. There is, you know, there's a scam that goes around where people can get a hold of your information and file for you and get your refund, so that's one reason to file early, but it's just a good thing to do, get organized, get it together. But give us a call at the reference desk if you need more help with finding forms or finding out where to get them and how to do it.
Great. Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, as always, the Brooks Free Library is a very busy place, and we thank Ann and Jennifer for bringing us up to date.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And speaking of libraries, I have an announcement from the Chase Free Library.
Another great library.
Yes, that little library tucked in the corner of the border of West Harwich and Dennisport, right behind Vieira's Restaurant. And they are having Paul Compricos, an American writer of mysteries and adventure stories, on Tuesday, February 20th at 2 p.m. He is a Shamus Award-winning author of 6 underwater detective thrillers and had been co-writing with Clive Cussler the Numa Files novels, which focus on Kurt Austin, head of Numa's Special Assignments team, and his adventures. So join them for an entertaining talk and lively Q&A afterwards. Just to catch you up on the Chase Library, it holds an ongoing book sale featuring a great selection of hardcover and paperback books. The sale is held during library open hours. Stock up on some good reads to have on hand for the snowy day we hope we don't get. Have your own snowy day. Chase Library is located at 7 Route 28 West Harwich. Library hours are Tuesday 10 to 4 and Saturdays 10 to 2. And parking is behind the restaurant I mentioned next door.
Very good.
Yes,
Oh, thanks,
they always
Eileen.
have so much going on there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do a great job
They
over there.
do.
They really
They
do.
do.
Very good. Well, here's an interesting one, and this is a chance. There's a lot of wildlife, obviously, here on Cape Cod, and here is a chance to learn a little bit about all the tracks that you might see and what animal causes which track. Join us for one or both wildlife tracking experiences. On, first of all, Saturday, March 10th, there's going to be a wildlife tracking workshop. Join naturalist and tracking instructor Todd Kelly for a hands-on workshop identifying wildlife tracks and sign. They'll learn to recognize and interpret the clues left behind by animals such as otter, fox, coyote, deer, raccoon, muskrat, skunk, and maybe even mink. I didn't even know we had mink.
I didn't either.
Oh, that's
Wow.
interesting. Then we'll walk across the tracker's sandbox and learn how to match the anatomy of tracks with the movements that made them. This includes a 16-page workshop handout containing concise instruction, a land mammal species checklist for Cape Cod, and an extensive tracker's bibliography. And that is taking place on March 10th. The cost is $20. It's 9 to 11:30 a.m., and it takes place at the Bell's Neck Conservation Land. Now, that's the one on March 10th. There's a second one on March 17th, and the cost for that one is $15, and that is 9 to 11 a.m. And this is, you can enhance your tracker training on this workshop. They're going to walk a scenic trail and apply your skills on how to interpret the signs of wildlife that you see along the way, including, again, otter, fox, coyote, deer, raccoon, skunk, and even more. So you can do either or you can do both workshops for a total of $30. So a good deal, very interesting tracking workshops there. Again, the Harwich Conservation Trust sponsoring both of those.
Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. There's so much wildlife, and you know, many times when there's snow on the ground, I see all these tracks in the yard, and I.
We often joke in the morning that
wonder
they were
what that
having a
was,
party
you
the
know,
night
yeah,
before in our
right.
yard.
You know,
We
you
weren't
wonder.
invited.
Yeah, you wonder what it is. You know, you've got squirrels, but they're not always squirrel tracks.
No,
so,
no. Some of them, you know, are probably opossum size.
opossum
Or
and coyote
raccoon,
and whatever,
yeah,
your
yeah.
raccoon. So yeah, so that's really interesting. All right. Our next spot today is going to be our cemetery update with Robin Kelly and Dinah. Now, there has been an issue, an idea that's been put forth that the Island Pond Cemetery could be turned into, as well as a cemetery, an arboretum.
Yes, I had been reading about that.
There are so many different species of trees and flora and fauna there. I mean, there's a very good opportunity there for that to happen. So Robin and Dinah sat down together to give us an update on what's going on at the cemetery. Let's take a look.
Hello, we're here with Cemetery Administrator Robin Kelly, and she is going to tell us about a very exciting project regarding the Island Pond Cemetery.
So the cemetery commissioners and myself have been starting the process of turning Island Pond Cemetery and the surrounding properties into an arboretum.
Can you tell us exactly where Island Pond Cemetery is, first of all?
Sure. If you were in Harwich Center, you'll see the church, and then you'll see the funeral home, and then you'll see the monument dealer. So in between the funeral home and the monument dealer is a road called Island Pond Road, so it goes right through the bike trail, right in Harwich Center.
Okay, so it is one of how many cemeteries in Harwich? You have a number
Yeah,
that you're
we
administering,
have
right?
18 cemeteries.
Okay, but you're doing this Arboretum project, especially with Island Pond, which
Yes.
sounds so wonderful.
Yes. So I'm working with Amy Uzowski. She's our conservation agent, and she has been doing a lot of the technical information. So all of the trees that are in Island Pond will have to be identified with their common name, their scientific name, and then maybe some other characteristics, where it was originally from. The Cape Cod Regional Technical High School kids went out and indexed the trees for us, and Amy is doing verification. And then the Cape Cod Tech kids will be making the actual stands to identify the trees.
So you're getting a lot of other people involved.
Oh yeah, so it's
Sounds great.
yeah. So in the process as well, we are creating a map of Island Pond, and we want to have pictures. So I actually just got yesterday to Monomoy Regional High School students who wanted to volunteer to take photographs of both the trees, and we also have all of the birds listed. We're working off of a previous grant that the Conservation Trust did a couple years back, where they identified all the trees, the uplands, the wetlands, and all of the wildlife that was in the area. So we're going to include all of the birds for all of our bird watchers, because if you've ever been in Island Pond, we have so many bird houses. There's a lot of birds that are in Island Pond.
So it will be a destination for all kinds of people interested in plants and animals and just being in the beauty of nature, it sounds like.
It is, and part of being an arboretum is it has to be an education. It has to have an educational component. So we're trying to get certified to become a recognized arboretum in the United States, and we would be a level 1 arboretum. Part of that is you have to partner with a school district or a teaching facility. So Monomoy Regional School District curriculum director, Mrs. Blanchette, had asked if she could. She was very excited about the project, and she is working with me to develop programming for different grades, like the 3rd grade, the 5th grade, the 8th grade, on anything from environmental things up to art. So I don't know that a lot of people realize that the monumentation in the cemeteries are done and have different symbolism, and there is different artwork there. So I guess they're going to have the art students go over and study maybe some of the symbolism, and maybe sketch some of the monuments. And we're doing a history project with actually some of the people that work at Brooks Academy are helping me do some history of some of the people that are buried there, so that we can do walking tours on different people from the Harwich history. So,
wow. So it's a really big project. Now, the only arboretum in a cemetery that I'm familiar with is the Mount Auburn Cemetery.
yes.
Up in Cambridge.
Yes. So I was on a board with Jim Holman, which is one of the, he's pretty high up there in Mount Auburn. So he has given me a lot of guidance on how to proceed in becoming an arboretum, and what different projects will work and probably won't work. They're obviously a very large scale arboretum, and they have a huge friends group, which does a lot of their work on their arboretum projects.
So speaking of doing a lot of the work, I know you've talked about the partnership with the schools and the Brooks Academy, and are you looking for volunteers who might be interested in helping in any way? Would you like people
I
to...
would love volunteers. So we are doing several different projects, and we need volunteers. We have to have all of the birds photographed. I mean, we have some high school students that are working to do it, but I would love it if somebody in the community was either a bird watcher or something to, you know, already have photographs in Island Pond. If they could share them with us for our brochure. We'll be creating walking maps in the cemetery with pictures of all the trees and the foliage. And we also are going to be creating future plantings. So we have to come up with a plan of future plantings each year. And I'm working with Amy on that project. This Arbor Day, she'll be getting us new trees to put in the cemetery that we don't currently have. Part of being an arboretum is you had to have at least 25 species of trees to even be considered. We already had 33 that were identified, so we're over that limit, but the more trees that we have that our students can study, I think would be, and everybody else. I mean, there's so many people who would love to just walk in there and learn about. You're never too old to learn about it stuff. So never
Absolutely
too young,
not.
and you're never
too
old.
young either,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, it sounds like an absolutely fabulous project. What is the timeline on it?
So right now I am starting to get all the brochures, which I will be uploading onto the Harwich website. The first one will be on the different species of trees that we have in there, and the second one will be on the birds. I am currently writing a grant to try to get federal funding to help us with our plan for future expansion of trees in gardens within there. Amy is working on creating a butterfly garden at the entrance, so as you come in the cemetery, we'll have a nice butterfly garden for the kids and other people to view. But the final thing that we want to do is to create a online mobile app. So the mobile app will be a self-guided, either tours or instructional thing that people, if they were visiting Harwich, they could just go in. They could pull up the app, and if they wanted to see the trees, they would pull on the tree app, the different part of the app that would identify the trees, or they could do the bird one, or if they wanted to do someone in Harwich history, they could, they could go in front of, say, they were in front of George Weeks, they could pull up, they were in front of the monument, they could click on it, and it would say, hi, this is George Weeks, I was born in 1684, I moved to Harwich and was the first preacher, and I married Deborah Wing. He is the first person buried in the cemetery in 1770, even though the cemetery wasn't founded until 100 years later, 1872. So the cemetery existed for over 100 years before it even became, a town.
A formal cemetery.
Yes.
I see.
So it's,
Well, I know you're a genealogist as well,
Yeah.
and so you have lots of information, but
Yes.
this is such a wonderful new way of utilizing that beautiful space and honoring the people who were buried there, and it's just another wonder of the Harwich community.
yes.
One of the many wonders of Harwich.
Yes.
And,
I think it'll be great for people because it's located right on the bike trail. So when people are riding on the bike trail, we're going to have interpretive signage right at the entrances. So whether they go on the conservation land, which the Conservation Commission has allowed us to use in part of this arboretum, or they go into the cemetery, they'll be able to pull right off from the bike trail and be able to enjoy it. So I think it's going to have a lot of visitors, I'm assuming.
I'm sure it will. A lot of people involved in creating it also, and then many, many people who will enjoy it for many years to come. So thank you so much, Robin, for coming in and telling us about it, and we look forward to an update soon.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That is a great concept if they're able to do that. That's going to be
Yes.
really nice because Island Pond is really, it's a beautiful place. I mean, it is a cemetery, but it is a beautiful place. And, the trees in there are beautiful, and it would make a fitting arboretum. It really would.
It would. It would.
Yeah. So I hope they're able to do that. That's great. Thanks, Robin, and thanks, Dinah. Eileen, you've got something going on at the Cape Cod Theatre Company, home of the Harwich Junior Theatre.
Thank you, because that is a mouthful. But, as Jack mentioned, there's lots going on. Of course, as most of you know, next week is school vacation week. And of course, if you have children or if you have grandchildren that are going to be visiting you, you will be looking for things to do. And do I have some things for you to look into? February Vacation Week Camp is being held at the Cape Cod Theatre, home of the Harwich Junior Theatre, from February 19th through the 23rd, from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. And it is called Zeus.
Oh, wow.
The king of the Olympians and god of the sky, weather, thunderstorms, lightning bolts, wind, clouds, and the human race. Gadzooks. Isn't that cute instead of Gadzooks?
Yep.
I thought that was cute, play on words.
Yeah.
This February, join them on an adventure into the land of Greek mythology. Giants, titans, goddesses, and mortals, the strength of Hercules, the power of Medusa, and the mystery of the unknown. A week-long journey full of adventure and storytelling. They will modernize the classic tales and create plays to be performed on the HJT stage. It is going to be taught by Leanne McLaughlin and Emily Murray, and the fee is $190, which is pretty good for 5 days,
Yeah,
4
that's-
hours
that
a
is
day.
good.
And there will be 3 sections, grades 1 through 3, then grades 4 through 6, and then grades 7 and 8. So if you are interested in that, you can call 508-432-2002, extension 11 for more information, or you can just enroll online now at hjtcapecod.org.
Very good. That does sound very good.
Yes, and they also have something else going on
They do,
at
and
the
this
Cape
is-
Cod Theater.
This is getting rave reviews,
Yes.
too.
Oh my God, what a wonderful review was in the Cape Cod Times last week. This is Morris Sendak's Really Rosie, with music by Grammy Award winner Carole King, one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
singers and songwriters. It is directed by Tammy Harper, musical direction by Robert Wilder, and choreography by Suzette Hutchinson.
How can you go
Trifecta
wrong?
there.
With those 3 people
I
running a
know.
show, how can you go wrong?
True. It's already started, and it will be shown through the 25th, Friday evenings at 7, Saturday and Sunday matinees at 2, and vacation matinees next week for school vacation, Tuesday through Thursday, February 20th, 21, and 22 at 2 p.m. Again, the box office number is 508-432-2002, and you can go online for information on the play at capecodtheatrecompany.org. And just to let you know, theater is spelled Theatre, not ER.
Okay, very
Yes.
good.
That's the spelling to use.
Thank you.
So there you go.
And also, we just want to remind you that on the 22nd of February, Harwich Community Center is going to be presenting the Indoor Farmers Market, a celebration of local food. That's on Thursday, February 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. In the multipurpose room. Vendors are welcome. You can sign up at the front desk here at the Community Center. There's going to be artisan food, fresh produce, local farms, handmade crafts, and much, much more. That's again 3 to 6 p.m. on February 22nd. So that sounds like a good take.
It does.
It's
Sounds fun.
Little cold for the outdoor farmers market, so we'll have an indoor farmers market.
There you
so
go.
that works out really well. And this is going to be a great show. This is the Harwich Council on Aging is presenting Spring Fling. Come dance, sing along, and have a fun-filled evening on Friday, March 16th. Mark your calendar from 6 to 8 p.m. right here at the Community Center. There's going to be a free informal evening of dancing. Live music by the Sound Dunes Swing Ensemble. Swing, Latin, ballroom, disco, and rock music. Complimentary refreshments are provided. Reservations are required, however. You can call 508-430-7550. That's 508-430-7550. That's Friday, March 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. Live music by the Sound Dunes Swing Ensemble. They are terrific.
Yes, they are. And it's free. I
And
can't
it's
believe it.
absolutely free. That is
Wow.
incredible. What a great opportunity
Yes.
to hear swing band and get up and have some good dance time and some refreshments. Boy, what a great evening that is.
But you do have to call for
You have to call
reservations,
for
yes.
reservations, so they need to know how many people are coming. So, very good. And you've got another one there, Eileen?
I do. On Saturday, March 10th at 7:30 p.m., the Harwich Cultural Center is going to be presenting an early St. Patrick's Day with Runa. I believe that's the same day as the parade, so I think they're having a lot of Irish
yeah, I
activities
think so.
that weekend.
Right.
Runa is an Irish music award-winning Celtic roots band. The general admission is $20 until March 1st, then it will be $25. Reserved is $35 until March 1st, and then it will be $40 after that. So if you are interested, there is a website, but it's so long and complicated, I'm just going to give you the phone number, 1-800-830-3006, and it's presented by the Harwich Cranberry Arts and Music Festival.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, looks like fun.
Very
Seems like
good.
a good group.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Now, of course, you know, February vacation's right around the corner. There's going to be a lot of things going on here from the Recreation Department. So let's take a look. Eric and Dinah sat down to bring us up to date with what's going to happen in the Recreation Department. We're going to do that right now.
Hello, I'm here with Eric Beebe of the Harwich Recreation Department. And Eric, you're going to tell us a little bit about the vacation program coming up.
Yep, we have well, first, thanks for having me. We have a full slate of programs and open gyms over next week for parents to get their kids active and get some energy out. I'll start with our open gyms. We have a lot of open gym times. Tuesday, we're going to have open gym periods from 9 to 11 in the morning, and then from 1 to 5 in the afternoon as well. Wednesday, we're going to have open gym from 2 till 7 p.m. Thursday will be from 9 to 10:30 a.m. and then 12 to 5 in the afternoon. Friday, we're going to be open from 2:30 to 6. And Saturday will be open from 11 in the morning right till 9 at night. So
Wow.
plenty of time. You know, you can come in. We have basketballs. The game room will be open. Should be fun.
So that's all free play.
That's all free. You just show up and play.
Fabulous.
If your child is under 12, they have to have a supervisor there with them,
Okay.
a parent or a guardian. But anybody over 12, you could drop them off and just come back and get them at the end.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yes. So that's our open gym, and then we have several special events running over the week too. Big one Tuesday. The first one's Tuesday night from 5 to 6:30. It's the family movie event, and it's in conjunction with the community center's. Let me make sure. The ferry event that they've had going on. It's
Oh yes, the little fairy houses.
yeah. I'll just it's to help celebrate the finding of Finley's fairy friends. So. So
okay.
yeah, so we'll have a movie. We're playing the Pirate Fairy, the movie, to kind of go along with the fairy theme.
Okay.
And it's free. You just come in. We're going to have popcorn, the movie, cupcakes. Cupcakes. I didn't know about the cupcakes, but I make
All the
one day.
better.
Yeah, right.
And what time is that?
That's from 5 to 6:30.
Okay.
You don't have to pre-register. You could just show up.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday night, we're doing family gym games. Again, that's a free event. We're going to have some of our rec staff here running all kinds of games. They're going to be doing cornhole, pillow polo, ping pong, scooter soccer, really anything they want to do in the gym, all little organized activities.
I see.
So you can
And
show
that's
up
for
with the
whole
family.
families.
Yep, they could
Okay.
all come in. Yep.
No pickleball?
I will, if they want to play pickleball, we'll do that too.
Could do pickleball. Okay.
The kids love pickleball too.
Uh-huh.
And then finally on Thursday, we're doing an all-day trip to Patriot Place. So it's the museum that they have at the stadium there with all the Patriots memorabilia. It's a really cool place. I've been there myself. So it'll be the bus will leave here at 9:30 in the morning, and we'll come back at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
And it's $35 a person. It includes the admission to the museum, transportation, and lunch as well. So if you
What an amazing deal.
yeah,
That
it
sounds like
should-
a great
yeah,
trip.
it should be great. It's for grades 3 to 6.
Okay.
So we have plenty of spots still remaining. So that one you'd have to pre-register. So if you want to register, you can come right into the rec office or call us 508-430-7553. We'll
Okay.
get you on the list.
And that doesn't require a parent to go?
Nope. We
For
have
under 12.
several supervisors going
Okay.
that have worked with a lot of these kids through the other programs. So it should be fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it sounds like an amazing deal.
Yeah.
And what a great way to spend a vacation day.
Yeah, right. And
Yep.
if you're a parent and need a little break,
Yes,
here you go.
absolutely.
You know.
Sure.
So that's what we got going on. It should be a busy week, but it should be fun.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Thanks so much.
Sure. I also just wanted to mention too that we're in the middle of our last session of winter programs. Within, I'd say, a week or so, we're going to have our spring brochure out. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to have all our normal activities plus baseball and t-ball and softball. So
Okay.
we'll have it all available for everybody probably within a week.
And is that a brochure for adults as well as children?
We'll have this adult brochure as well with our normal adult activities, including pickleball, which will move outside as well as inside, and our volleyball and field hockey, and we'll have everything out. I'd say by the end of next week. Yep.
Okay.
So
we'll keep tuned for that.
sounds good.
Thanks so much, Eric.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks for
filling us
having
in,
me.
and vacation sounds like a blast.
Yep, it does.
Well, Eric and his crew will make sure it's a busy place around here during vacation.
Yes,
that's
yes.
for sure. And
So many things to choose from
yeah.
for children to do
yeah, it's
during
great.
February school vacation week. That's really nice.
Yeah, it really is great. Thank you, Eric and Dinah. And that store on Route 28 called Second Glance, it's just getting better and better.
Yes, this is our third and I believe final stop as far as where we have it. But I have to tell you, as you know, it's close to my heart. I was part of the original group that opened it on a Wednesday 11 years ago. I can't believe
I can't believe
that.
it's 11 years ago.
Oh, and not only do I love working there, but I also love shopping there, as Jack well knows.
That's for sure.
And I wore this Eileen Fisher. Those of you who shop for labels know that that is a very nice label. 100% wool cardigan for a very reasonable price. I very rarely go home from working there without something in my bag, right,
True.
Jack?
Very, very true. I can't complain. I've gotten some very nice clothes there too.
Yes, you have.
And every cent that is spent there goes right to the family pantry of Cape Cod.
Exactly, exactly. And the capital campaign went beautifully. Everything now is paid for that had to do with opening this third store.
They have met their mortgage. It's
yes,
paid.
they have.
It's
It's
just
wonderful.
incredible.
The generosity of everybody is something that my manager, Carol Shaves, wanted me to be sure. And thank you for. She is very, very grateful, as we all are, for your support and continuing support and remembering 2G when you want to go shopping. A few items for you to consider. Winter clearance is still going on, 50% off all winter clothing and outerwear. New spring arrivals have arrived, so come in and enjoy the spring colors. We many times will put out a rack of clothes that we have washed and ironed and pressed and so forth, and we'll put them out, and people are just standing there waiting for us to put them in their size on the rack. It's nice, it's fun. Easter is early this year, as you all know, on April 1st. No fooling. Come in and check out our Easter parade of decorations, linens, and much more. And there's a lot of cute Easter decorations that you can put around your house, too, to dress it up. Second Glance Thrift Boutique will be celebrating, as I mentioned, its 11th anniversary on February 21st, which is a Wednesday. So stop by and help us celebrate with a piece of cake. Many thanks to all our donors and customers for your continued support. And a very important note, Second Glance accepts all major credit cards, including American Express and Discover. And I know I have at least one customer every Wednesday that will say, oh, I wish I'd known you took credit cards because I forgot my checkbook and I don't have enough cash, so I have to come back tomorrow. And so please remember, you can use your credit card there.
You know, if you have not been in that store, you are really missing a great opportunity. You know, I personally have gotten some really great things from there, not only clothes, but I got a great telescope.
Yes, you did.
I got a weather station.
Yes, you did.
I mean, it's amazing what you can find there.
Yes.
And the stuff is all high quality.
Yes, it is.
Nothing goes in there that's junk.
No.
Everything that goes in there is high quality. And you never know.
Every item passes through many hands, as you know, to double check for things,
Right.
just to make sure that it's in gentle used condition, or many times we have brand new things too.
That's very true. And there was one thing I didn't get that I wanted, but I had no room for it, and that was an organ.
Oh.
The organ.
We measured every available space in our house to see if he could fit this organ in the
So
house.
you never know what you can get there. And for every cent of money that's spent there helps the Family Pantry of Cape Cod. And they are helping over 9,000 people now. It's just amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really
Unbelievable.
is. So folks, there's your opportunity. No excuses. And folks, that is our show for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of all of us here at Channel 18, we really appreciate you tuning us in.
Yes, and please take advantage of everything we've told you about shopping opportunities, things for children to do during February school vacation week, and things for yourself to do.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.